All right, guys, this is TB Sports 27, and we are in extra innings right now. Top of the 10th. Diamondbacks season is on the line. 4-4 tie. If the Diamondbacks win, they go on to a Game 4. If they lose, the season is done. We got Nemesis joining us in the chat. He was asking about umpire settings. I believe I have them set on the realistic settings where, it's like the real, or like, human calls. Steelers Bengals, yes. As soon as we're done with this stream, we're going to be jumping back into watching a lot of football for the rest of the afternoon. College bowl games. My alma mater played today, and they took the big L. We also had a bowl game from the Crampton Bowl where I commentated a couple of high school football games back in my early days of the working world. Now, famous Idaho Potato Bowl going on right now on the blue turf of Boise. This is an Ultra Fan stream, by the way, requested by K Duckman over on Patreon. If you guys want to request streams, go ahead and head over to patreon.com/TBSports27 and sign up at the Ultra Fan or Mega Fan level, and you guys have a chance to shape the channel, what we stream, what we upload to YouTube. Power be in your guys' hands. We appreciate that, and it helps support the channel. So, win-win. Double play ball. Diamondbacks out of the 10th. Yeah, your Chargers not looking good, unfortunately, for the Chargers for you guys this season. Unlike Boise State, I don't think after firing the coach, a little Cinderella run is coming. That was quite the 2-day performance for the Raiders. Oh, we have one more out to give. I thought that was it. The Raiders had quite the 2-day performance between their performance against the Vikings and their performance against the Chargers. Poor Marianne Dew. She was feeling the hurt in that Chargers game. JD Martinez for the second time today crushes it. Out of here. We made the trade just before the trade deadline. We questioned how JD Martinez was on the trade block. Apparently, him and the Red Sox could not come to some kind of deal. The Red Sox were in the postseason. But JD Martinez, we traded Charlie Blackmon, and oh my God, they are upset. Look at this. JD Martinez, I cannot believe it. We traded for Charlie Blackmon. Look at this hit. Oh, I thought we went up to the third row. They hit right off the video board. We traded. God, I can't even find my words because I'm just I can't believe that. Now Jake Lamb coming up and delivering the hit. It was Kevin Kiermaier and Charlie Blackmon that we traded away, a 2-for-1 trade for Mr. Martinez. And, well, in the first two games, he had the big hit in Game 1 that gave us our only runs of the game. In Game 2, didn't have anything going. We got some managerial stuff going on here. But he has come through clutch in Game 3 with 2 home runs. And maybe it's just something about being on the East Coast. We got JD Martinez from the Red Sox. Maybe he just likes making those New York teams sad.
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas. 3-1 now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
A swing and a drive.
All of a sudden, the Diamondbacks waiting to extra innings, and Mike Moustakas with the home run.
No chance to make a play on that one.
Unreal. We wait to the 10th inning, and our big bat's coming alive. Actually, no, I'm not a Diamondbacks fan. I am a Chicago Cubs and a Tampa Bay Rays fan. The Diamondbacks, just with my series, it used to be, growing up, I used to always just play with my favorite teams. When I would play any of these games, I would always pick my favorite team. But since I've started watching in fact, in my early days of YouTube as well, I kind of always played with my favorite teams. But then I started watching guys like Mr. Hurricane and Sports Gaming Universe and stuff, and they would always play with different teams, and it would always be kind of a rebuild thing. My intention's not always to do a rebuild, but what I do is I offer myself contracts. So if you kind of look at the beginning of some of my series, I'll randomly go between like 3 or 4 teams and then pick the one I want from there. So I don't remember, because we started playing this on MLB 19, how we settled on the Diamondbacks, but it was probably a couple different contracts and landed on them. But I don't mind the Diamondbacks, though. You know, solid team out west. They had the only game I ever saw at Wrigley Field, Cubs Diamondbacks. Who was there's the Diamondbacks center fielder, was a really funny guy. I'm trying to remember his name. I might fire up Madden 25 to compare from Madden 12. Madden 12, that is, I love that game. Madden 12 is a very good game. All right, Brad Hand's got to come out. Blake Trinan, put this one away. WX, man, you're here. Look at this. We blew it open in the 10th. What? Steelers got a big. Who threw that? Who's in there these days? Is it Kenny Pickett? Or is it it's Mason Rudolph, right? Rudolph got back in. Yeah, Madden 12 is a pretty darn good Madden. That one, a lot of those old episodes from my Madden 12 days are up on Patreon, including the Denver Broncos franchise, the Tim Tebow, what if Rex Ryan let Tebow play, also our Peyton Manning, what if he chose the Arizona Cardinals instead of the Broncos. That's all up on our Patreon. Wow, well, just like real life. Cooper Kupp, Eastern Washington, red turf. The red turf. Who wants to go with me to Cheney, Washington? I want to see a game on the red turf. That would be amazing. Gus Johnson, yeah. That's the one thing people have been begging for years and years and years with Madden, is they're tired of the commentary team in Madden. That has been one of the biggest requests. Oh my God, Blake Trinan's falling apart. Come on. Probably just call it Madden 25 again. They're not going to care. I played Madden 25 too, but I did not like it. I had, or as my roommate's copy, because I had NCAA 14. But I did do a series with that, not on YouTube or anything like that, but just on my own, where I took Tebow. He was on the Patriots, and I took him through a career, because you could do career mode. And we went from the Patriots to I remember this so well, the Patriots to the Cardinals. Then we went to the Giants, played 1 year with the Giants. We were back up with the Patriots, back up with the Cardinals. Did a year with the Giants as a starter. And then they signed Ben Roethlisberger and Tebow got sent as backup. Oh my God, Blake Trinan. Okay, we gotta focus on this. We gotta focus on this. Tebow, and then we would go to the Washington Commanders / Redskins, and Gronk would come over. It'd be Gronk and Tebow, and we would end up winning a Super Bowl after a couple years with Washington. So this is getting bad right now. Blake Trinan had to come in because Brad Hand, as a closer, had been in for a lot of innings, and Trinan has just come in and, well, fallen apart.
And he fouls this one off. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. And
got him. Nicely done from Blake Trinan.
This has certainly not been his game.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so
3-1 count. So this is a rough situation for Trinan to be in. Because you're giving up a run if you give up the walk here. Mookie Betts, who's watched a number of home runs go up over his head in this game. Ooh, Mookie. Trinan delivering the heat. 100 miles an hour, but Mookie Betts fouling him off.
Once again, a 3-2.
Again, Mookie.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Oh my God, Trinan is getting these awesome pitches, and Mookie's just fouling them. Oh my God. Freaking Mookie Betts. Yeah, Jake Browning, he's been quite impressive. He, of course, as a Boise State fan such as myself, my connection to Jake Browning is he was Chris Peterson's quarterback when Chris Peterson went to Washington, and they went to the college football playoff, and I was very happy for Chris Peterson because it was finally going to be his opportunity to maybe get a national championship. Did not get it, took the L to Alabama, but Jake Browning was his quarterback. Easton Stick, North Carolina, or North Dakota. North Dakota State. We are making the change. Justin Anderson coming in. North Dakota State, Easton Stick. I got family that lives in Fargo, North Dakota, so they've been pretty hyped up because we've had quite a few North Dakota State quarterbacks. Easton Stick and Carson Wentz, Trey Lance. So Anderson steps in, need 2 more outs. There's 1 strike, beautiful curve. Game wants us to go to the same spot. Ooh. If they would just quit making contact with it, we'd be in a good way, but they just keep keeping this thing going.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot.
Got him.
Inside that one.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the
right? Yes, he's done.
Wow, he's just a lost cause.
I know it dropped. Everyone's standing still. So 1 more out, and the season stays alive. And we're going to play 1 more game with you guys if we get the win here.
The set and the 1-1.
1 more strike
He's got a chance to ring up back
to go to a game 4.
and that would be huge in this situation.
Nimmo with an even
A little high.
2-2 now.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
And this misses, so it'll
And we go full with
full
bases still loaded.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
And he fouls this one off. He set the payoff pitch.
And he walked him.
Misses
Golly.
and that will force home a run. Riding in once again, Wilson Ramos, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1-2 now.
1 more strike. We've been 1 more strike for so long.
And it's out away.
Popped it foul. I was hoping he just popped it right up.
The tying and winning runs are both out there. Now a ball hit hard.
Oh my God.
Forget tying it. He may have
It's done.
just won it. It's down for extra bases. And their dream season continues.
Well, there you go.
Walk-off
Season
home
done.
run. And with it, it's on to the NLCS.
Bullpen fell
My
apart.
advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
So the lineup really
What a game. What a game that was, but the bullpen could not hang on.
He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one.
Justin Anderson, Blake Trinan, both terrible. Brad Hand was okay. Well, what do you say, Nemesis? You want to help me navigate the off season here? Since we'll go into the off season, we'll get ready to prepare for season number 4 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let me know. I want to see. Can you help me get some of these big re-signings done? Oh man, that hurts. That sucks. That sucks, WX man. That was a collapse. That was a big collapse. Maybe if you're good with money, maybe you can help me with this.
Our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.
Thank you. It was, well, we'll get to see who won the World Series now. Maybe the Mets went on. We take the sweep. 8-7 loss. 10 hits, not enough. We'll go through the off season here, and let's see. Maybe we'll do one episode of Tom Brady baseball. We'll get through the off season. We'll do one episode of Tom Brady. I think that'll be fun. Swim through the date. Playoff tree. So the Mets move on. It's going to be, look at the Cubs. They almost came back. It's going to be Mets, Reds, and the ALDS all knotted up. And it's going to be Rays and Angels. So Mets, Reds, Angels, and Rays. So you got 4 teams there. When's the last time any of those 4 teams won a World Series, right? That's going back some time. Would the 69 Mets be the most recent? Because the Rays never won. I'd have to, let's look up real quick. Let's ask Google. Reds, MLB Wiki. So we know the Rays have never won. The Reds won the World Series in 1990. Angels, MLB, won the World Series in 2002. And the Mets, last one was in 86. I said 69, the 86. So you got the Rays who've never won, and then you got 2 teams, one team from the 90s, one team from the 80s, and the Angels who won in 2002. So let's sim like a week here. So the Mets are going to sweep. The Mets have not lost a postseason game. Look at this mess. They sweep the Cincinnati Reds and the Rays and the Angels. I don't think we can't like play any of the games, can we? Like if we switch to. Oh yeah, you wanted me to look at some. There, top. There you go, Nemesis. I'm level 54 bronze. So is that good? Let me know if that's good or not. I don't know what any of that means, but. And we can't do a watch party. I think we can only watch our games, so that takes that out of the equation. We are going, so one series sweep, and it's the Rays and the Angels on the other side, and it's going to be the Tampa Bay Rays. So the Rays and the Mets in the World Series. How about it? Let's see who wins this one. The Rays. Finally, the Mets take a loss. Mets even it up. Rays win game 3. Rays win game 4. Mets win 5. And the Tampa Bay Rays. There you go. The Tampa Bay Rays, winner of MLB The Show Season 3. Is there a history in here? Like a history list of who won championships in the past?
Season edition of Inside the Show. For Game 6 of the World
Series. Let's look. Let's ask Google. MLB The Show World Series history.
It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year.
Maybe I should look at Reddit. So the Mets, after a wild run where they sweep everybody, It's the Tampa Bay Rays that come in and get him. There does not seem to be a World Series history. I don't know who won in Season 1. I can look up real quick. on YouTube. Hold on. So I got it here. So I don't know about Season 1 because we don't have that. That was victim of the great YouTube purge. But in Season 2 is the Astros to beat the Cubs. It was Cubs-Reds in the NLCS. And the ALCS was Houston and Boston, with Tampa getting swept by Boston. So Houston beating the Cubs last season. This season, the Tampa Bay Rays winning their very first World Series. So there you have it. Your contract has come to an end. So look at this. So this would actually be, if we wanted to drop this series and go to MLB The Show 23, this would be quite the opportunity. So the Diamondbacks do want us back. The Mets want us. What happened to the Mets? The Mets just was runner-up in the World Series. Should we jump and go to the New York Mets? The Astros also. We got World Series teams here. That's kind of crazy. I almost feel like that wouldn't be completely realistic. The Astros were a playoff team. The Mets get a lot more money if we go, and the Dodgers would be weird. Just, I mean, we did. Nemesis, you must have missed it. We did just a couple of minutes ago. I'll look at it again here in a second. I'm glad you're here. Help me out with the off season here. Help me out. So we got a couple of offers here, and I'm actually kind of surprised at a lot of the offers because we played 3 seasons. We've missed 2. Oh, no worries. We'll look at it again in just a second. I was like bronze category, or something. But so I think we just stay with the Diamondbacks for right now, even though these are good offers. The Astros winning the World Series last season, the Dodgers 2 years ago, the last 2 seasons, they were champions of the NL West, and the Mets just went to the World Series. But I almost feel like these are not completely, I don't know, I feel like these aren't completely realistic offers, because for what we've done, which is miss the playoffs twice and get swept in one playoff round, it's kind of weird that we'd be getting offers from these big names here. I think we stick with the Diamondbacks for right now and try to see if we can't see this thing forward. Like I said, this could also be an opportunity. We can switch teams, and that could be our excuse to go to MLB 23. But Nemesis pointed out why MLB 20 is a pretty awesome game. So we'll stick with the Diamondbacks. We'll stick with Arizona for the time being. You know, I feel like getting to the postseason, that would warrant an extension. I know offers from other teams, but so here you go. So here we go, Nemesis. I want your help with this. Help me out with the offseason. We got retired players. So we lost Scotty Blum. Justin Verlander hanging it up in Houston. We got Robinson Cano as well. That's out of there. And most of these, not really going to be any big names. Trevor Cahill, kind of a big one there. So Cano and Cabrera going to the Hall of Fame here. We should probably make this a separate episode for YouTube, right? Let's make this a separate one. So we're going to keep going on Twitch and on Patreon. We got Nemesis here who's going to be helping us out with the off season. But don't forget, follow us, subscribe. Come on back. We're going to do the off season. We're going to get ready for Season 4 of Diamondbacks baseball. So make sure you don't miss a thing.